Hello and welcome to the first episode of Arcane podcast, where we discuss the mental side of problems that face the students when learning English. As we all know, the English language is the world's most communicative language, so we will have to learn it either now or in the future. So face your fears now and make your future bright.
So, Rasoon, I'm very curious to ask if you've ever had the thought of changing your academic course, because it included so much content in English.
Yes, I found myself doubting my English at first, until I saw that people in my class, who had an English that is much better than mine, were also struggling as much. And that's when I realized that every section or major has its own terminology that you will have to learn, whether you are good at English or not. After realizing that, I started focusing more and more on the specific terminology my major required, and things started becoming easier, and the vocabulary I once thought of as unintelligible was now crystal clear. But naive, honestly, I think the accent is important when speaking, and the students fear the idea of speaking English because of it.
You are right, the accent is really important, I can't deny that, but we all have to start somewhere, and no one's ever going to learn something new and become perfect at it from the first time. I mean, mistakes will happen, you're going to have a hard time pronouncing words, but it's all part of the journey, and it will definitely be worth it. Personally, I did a lot of practice and interacted with a plethora of people around my area until I managed to speak with a British accent like everyone else. Find yourself an accent that you really like and start watching TV shows and programs and listen to how they speak and copy them. Don't just sit and expect everything to change without your effort. I mean, while we're discussing the fears and problems, it's only right that we mention the fact that the resources we have as students and ways to really use our English language are very limited, don't you think?
That's very true, especially when you look at the level of the vocabulary the students have. It's also very limited, which will make them fear the language even more.
Rasoon, I feel like there's a point that we need to mention because we can't just say it's an individual task for students to learn English alone, but it's more of a group effort and everyone needs to help each other.
We have so many skilled and talented students who use English as good as Arabic. I think it's also their duty to help those at the start of their process of learning English, to help them decrease the mental load they go through at the beginning of their journey, and make sure that they are going on the right path, and that their work is always progressive.
And now, friends, we have reached the end of our first podcast. Thank you for making it this far. We hope you enjoyed it and we hope you learned something from it. We hope that you learned that fear is only in our heads and that we are smarter and stronger than we think. We just have to learn to be brave and confident and help each other out when we can. Until next time, take care.